Hello everyone. So today we are going to do a test report on data analytics. We belong to Group 9 and our group consists of Amarjit Kunal, Lakshya Srivastava, Samriddhi Dugar, Neeraj Nahata and I Nishant Bindal. Moving forward, let's talk about the sample data. So we have taken a sample data of automobile industries and we have divided the automobile industries into two categories, that is categorical variable and nominal variable. Our categorical variable includes model year, cylinder, origin, and car name, and the rest are nominal variable. So moving forward to one sample test, I would like to Lakshya to take over.
In 2021, Chevrolet is going to celebrate its 110th year anniversary and it plans to bring back a retro car for a limited time. They are going to use a new braking system in which uh, the engine displacement limit is 250 cc, lest it face failure in braking. They are looking at cars from the 70s and 80s. The problem statement asks, will Chevrolet select a car from this range? After the analysis, we are able to find that the cars from 70s and 80s are not usable as the significance level is greater than the alpha value of 0.5, which leads us to accept the uh, null hypothesis, that mu is greater than or equal to 250. For the next problem, we have uh, we have a right tail test where Henry Ford II, after winning Le Mans in 1970s, wishes to divest his car range with HP of over 158 to Shelby and turn them into a sports brand. The cars he wishes to use are already existent. The question stands that whether he will have whether his cars will be usable for this modification. The average horsepower of the cars after analysis is found to be less than 158 based on the significance level of 0.01, which is less than 0.05, where we reject the null hypothesis that the population mean HP is greater than 158. This makes us believe that Ford will have to begin a new product line for the sports segment. Moving on, we have a customer who wants to buy cars with a mileage of 22 miles per gallon. A car dealer has cars from the 70s and 80s which he shows to the customer. Will the sample which is shown be uh, considered by the customer is the problem statement. After analysis, a two-tail test, we find that the given sample will be rejected by the customer because the significance level is 0.0012, which is much lower than the alpha given. I would now like Amarjit to take over and explain the two sample tests.
Thank you, Lakshya. So here are we gonna look on the independent sample test. So our problem statement here is the miles per gallon of vehicles with aspirations group under Chevrolet and Ford are equal or not. So the hypothesis that we have taken for this test are that the null hypothesis is that the variance of miles per gallon of Chevrolet is equal to the variance of miles per gallon of Ford. And also the null hypothesis include the mu of miles per gallon of Chevrolet equals to mu of miles per gallon of Ford. And the alternate hypothesis for the both are the vice versa. So here we can look at the significance level, that is 0.2238. Since the significance level is greater than 0.05, so here we are going to accept the null hypothesis and reject the alternate hypothesis. So moving forward to the paired sample test. So here the problem statement is the horsepower difference of Chevrolet and Ford are whether they are equal or not. So the horsepower, since the hypothesis that we have taken here is the that the null hypothesis include that this mu of horsepower of Chevrolet equals to the mu of horsepower of Ford, and the alternative hypothesis is the vice versa. So here we can see the p value is very much lower as compared to the significance value that we have considered, that is 0.05, and the p value that we have got is here 0.0000. So here we can say that we are gonna reject the null hypothesis and accept the alternate hypothesis. And also by this we can also say that the difference between the mean is not equals to 140. Now I would like Nishan to explain us about the one-way ANOVA testing.
So thank you, Amarjit. Moving forward, the problem over here is that we wanted to check if the mean mileage of AMC, Dodge, and Toyota is same in all these cases. So for this, we have taken the null hypothesis is mu1 is equals to mu2 is equals to mu3, and the alternative hypothesis is that at least one group is different than the other two. So after doing the testing, we came to a result that based on the calculation F statistics, it is evident that there is a difference between the mean values of these three groups if we see at a significance level of 0.05. Since F statistics is significantly greater than 1, therefore we reject null hypothesis. And coming to the conclusion and inference, there are two conclusions which we have derived. So the first one is that mean mileage of AMC is similar to mean mileage of Toyota and Dodge and Toyota. Therefore, we accept null hypothesis. And the second one is mileage of AMC mean is different from from Dodge. Therefore, mean mileage AMC is different from Dodge. Now I'll request Samriddhi Dugar to talk about two-way ANOVA.
Talking about two-way ANOVA, we are going to check if there is any significant impact of car name and rating on miles per gallon and interaction effect between two independent variables, that is car name and rating. Talking about hypothesis, using null hypothesis, we say that car name and rating have no effect on miles per gallon. Talking about alternative hypothesis, we say that car name and rating do have effect on miles per gallon. While solving, we noticed that the rating per car name significance level is 0.02, which is less than 0.05, which is why we are rejecting the null hypothesis. After solving, we can conclude that car name and rating have effect on miles per gallon since the significance value is less than 0.05, thus we will reject the null hypothesis. Now Neeraj will continue with linear regression.
So coming to the regression part, we have performed a simple linear regression test and multilinear regression. First, let us look at the simple linear regression. To perform a simple linear regression test, we have taken MPG as the dependent variable and cylinders as the independent variable. The main objective of this test is to identify if there is any impact on number of cylinders on MPG. The null hypothesis for our test is there is no impact of cylinders on MPG, and the alternate hypothesis is there is a significant impact of cylinders on MPG. Coming to the results of the test, first table is the model summary table. In this table, we look at the R squared value, which is 0.565, which means the total variance explained in MPG by cylinders is 56.5%. In simple terms, we can say that the total change in MPG is impacted by change in number of cylinders. Next is the ANOVA table. In this table, we check whether the variables we have chosen is significant or not. In our test, we can see that the p-value is significant at 0.001 level of significance. This tells us that the test we are performing is significant and will provide us meaningful data. Next is the coefficient table. In this table, we get the estimate value of the coefficients of regression equation. In our result, the intercept value is 130.57 and the coefficient of cylinder is minus 15.45. Using this data, we can build a regression equation which is MPG equal to 130.57 minus 15.45 into cylinders. To conclude the simple linear regression test, we failed to reject the alternate hypothesis. Now let's have a look at multilinear regression. It is very similar to simple linear regression. The only difference is that it has more than one independent variables. To perform the multilinear regression test, we have taken MPG as the dependent variable and displacement and horsepower as the independent variable. In this test, the null hypothesis is there is no impact of displacement and horsepower on MPG, and the alternate hypothesis is there is a significant impact of displacement and horsepower on MPG. Now looking at the tables, first table is the model summary table. The R square value is 0.6119, which means the total variance explained in MPG by displacement and horsepower together is 61.19%. So we can say that the total change in MPG is impacted by change in displacement and horsepower. Next is the ANOVA table. In this test, we can see that the displacement is significant at 0.001 level of significance and horsepower is significant at 0.05 level of significance. As both the variables are significant, the results will give us the meaningful beta coefficients. Next is the coefficient table. The intercept value is 89.24. The coefficient of displacement is minus 0.25 and the coefficient of horsepower is 0.095. So the regression equation is MPG equal to 89.24 minus 0.25 into displacement plus 0.095 into horsepower. To conclude the multilinear regression test, we failed to reject the alternate hypothesis as there is a significant impact of displacement and horsepower on MPG. Thank you.